What's going on, guys, girls? Welcome back to another video in your tension techniques course. So we can see Mike is set up here, hanging off the table and over it in a slightly unique position. We're going to use this to get into his hip flexor complex a little bit more, mainly iliopsoas, but it's also going to allow us to work hip extension with some internal rotation paired with some circumduction and abduction as well. So the band is going to be in a slightly unique position. We can either anchor the band directly over and then step on the bottom of it. If you've got a table with the knobs on the sides, what we want to do is anchor that band off of these knobs so that we can bring this over the leg to the other side, which will give us that tension that we're looking for. All right, so the band is going to be anchored around one of those knobs. We're going to slightly add tension. So we're going to do his far left leg. So he's going to just straighten his leg back so we can get that band underneath, bring that down. So the band's going to come across under the glute of his far leg. We're just going to anchor that band to the other side. Now that we have the band set, we're gonna have him just lift this leg. We're gonna take a hold of that knee, let the band press down. Now we have a nice loose leg. He's just kind of resting his upper body. We're just gonna start to slowly lift. So the band is adding tension right under that gluteal fold, pinning his hip down as we're starting to extend that leg up. We can also use that hand to base on the sacrum. And from here we can start to just circumduct as we add extension, opening that hip, coming back down, lifting up. And so again, the tension of the band is going to be dependent on what size you're using. But this gives us a nice ability to play with a little bit of lift. We can have him kind of push back down towards the floor, so it's a nice little PNF, relaxing. We add that little lift again, pulling back down, little PNF, relaxing. Starting to take it open a little bit more, exploring the angles. Depending on your table height, you can get your leg under, which now allows a little support, and we can start to work some internal rotation, using your leg to also shift, or one hand at the foot, one hand under that knee, starting to open it up and moving that around. So if you're struggling to get them prone and trying to lift their leg on the table, let the band assist you in opening up that hip, using that for our tension. And so you're just kind of swirling that hip just like we do with a glute swirl, and using some PNF techniques alongside that. We can start to straighten, adding a little bit of further traction, and just relax. So when we're done, take that leg down. We can just unhook that band and let that relax. All right, guys, so that's a creative way to get into opening up the hip flexors, especially if, again, they're heavier, bigger legs, tight hip flexors, and you're struggling to try to lift their leg, pin their sacrum, or pin their glute fold. Just let the band assist you, have them come hang off the table, and then we can get into it from there. Hope that helps. Give it a shot. We'll see you in another video.